Hi guys, welcome to the video. I'm going to do 3 videos which talk about managing finance. So the reason I'm going to do that is I had one of my students come in and they were having money problems, and it was clear that they didn't really understand how to manage money, or to have a good idea on how to manage money. So I'm not a financial expert. I have worked in the banking industry for the last 20 years. And I'll give you some kind of basic tips and ideas that I use to manage my money successfully. Okay, so the first thing you need to think about is creating 3 bank accounts. So I create 3 bank accounts and I call them needs, wants and savings. And what I try and do is when I get paid, I put all my money into one account. Okay, and then what I will tend to do is try and take roughly 10%. So you can do 0 to 10% and put it in my savings account. And the reason I do that is it just gets me into a habit of learning how to save money and how to put money aside. So you want to think about your savings account a little bit like a profit account. So the money that you put in there isn't for your holidays, isn't for you going and buying an expensive car or something like that. It's money that you put into that account, and you can only use that money to make more money. So for example, you might be able to buy a can of Coca-Cola for 50p, and then you sell it for £1, and so there's a quick 50p profit there. So that savings account is only for making more money, not for your holidays or anything like that. So the second account is your needs account, and what you want to think about is your basic hierarchy of needs, and you only need to think about 3 of those. One is water, one is food, and one is shelter. So those are your 3 core needs. And so what you want to be thinking about with that account is make sure you have the money for your rent or your mortgage, have the money for your basic food. So you might go out and spend, I don't know, say £500 a month on food, but in reality the basics that you would need are maybe £300 a month, for example. And the other 200 is on sort of bits and pieces, luxury items like chocolates and crisps and things like that. But your core food is maybe only £200 or £300. And you want to also think about water as well, so you're paying your water rates now. So you haven't got a massive amount in that account, it's just 3 or 4 things, and when your money goes into your account, you take, as I say, a basic amount up to 10%, put it in your savings account before you do anything else, and then the next amount of money you take out you put in as your needs. Okay, and these are the core things. You must have food, you must have water. If you don't have those, you die. Pretty simple. And if you don't have shelter, well, you probably die as well. So it's, okay, I'm a bit flippant with that, but essentially, if you don't have shelter, then you've got problems. So one of the ladies I was talking to, she was paying off her internet bills, and then having the rent collector come around after, and she was worried about getting kicked out. And as I said to her, you can go and sign on to the internet at the local library, but if you're kicked out of your house, you have no internet access. So you're better off to pay your rent rather than your internet access. Your third account is your wants account. So whatever's left over after you've put money aside for your savings and profit, and also for your needs account, goes into your wants account. And that's the money you can spend on anything that you want to buy. Okay, so if you want to buy new clothes, you want to buy makeup, you want to buy crisps and sweets, luxury items, whatever it is, that's your wants account. So the idea of that account is, if it goes overdrawn, ideally you don't want to go overdrawn, but if you're spending money, that's your spare money to spend on whatever you want it to do. So if you want to save up money for a holiday, you leave it in your wants account, not your savings account. Okay, maybe you'd create a 4th account just with holiday money. So I hope that helps. I'll try and have a little bit of a talk about maybe about your other things, so assets and liabilities, and some basic financial information. So one of the key things to remember when you're thinking about finances is no more a skill than any other skill. So when I'm teaching martial arts, I show people how to do their kicks and punches. I get them to go home and practice them. Finances is just the same thing. If you don't spend time training your finances, essentially you're going to have problems. And likewise, if you don't practice your fighting techniques, when you get into a fight, they're not going to be there for you. Okay, so I hope that helped, and I will see you in the next video.